Is there a pathway to the ocean, to where the just where we can see the ocean?
Um, yeah, you could essentially go to like the couple nature trails off campus and see the Pacific essentially.
All right. How long would that take? Like generally, like a walk? Is it 10, 15 minutes, or is it more?
If you're gonna do it, it's gonna be an actual walk because you're gonna have to go almost the whole way on the trail. So you're looking at like 40 to 50 minutes to do that kind of walk.
Okay. All right. Because my scene, I was thinking like maybe Ray just like goes to the Pacific there and just stares at it and thinks about stuff. Like a personal private scene. If there's anyone else you think who can show randomly, you can do it. That's up to you.
Okay, so you
Oh
just want
no,
one
he's
private scene
brooding.
with yourself.
He's gonna invoke Julia. Everybody run!
Run!
So that's what I'll ask for. But that's it.
All right. And then does Alex have any specific scenes with anyone?
I mean, Alex is really tired, so I mean, it'll be forcing it, but I don't think I should.
Okay.
So Alex is taking a nap.
Yeah, he'll take a nap.
Alex is interacting with the Sandman. No, that's an actual character. He's being tortured right now.
We'll just say in the background of one of the scenes randomly, he's just on a bench, like.
I'm near the ocean.
He's on one of the benches on the trail. Just like
Yeah, Ray just comes upon like, Alex. Okay. Turns on.
Yeah, so we'll go in a line. So pretty much we'll do the Daniel Sakura scene first. So set it up, my mans.
All right, Daniel's not going to be trying to catch Sakura coming out of class or anything. He's going to hopefully be able to talk to her at the cafeteria, maybe during a lunch break.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, there's only like 3-4 lunch periods throughout the day. So I'd say when Sakura has her lunches when she gets out of the school council meeting, essentially like the student council meetings, because she does that and kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of in the middle section of the cafeteria, just kind of enjoying like the soup that she's having. Bit of a multi-bean goulash, if you will.
All right. Hello, Sakura. It has been a little while. I'm sorry I've been so busy.
Oh, you're fine, Daniel. What's up?
I just wanted to talk to you. It has been a while, like I said, and I still feel guilty about things. I'm afraid there's no helping that.
Oh, well, I guess take a seat.
Okay. Daniel sits down. Does he? I guess he has a tray as well. It's probably pretty sparse. There's maybe a little bit of salad on there. There's no cheese on the salad. There's no dressing. It would make a grown man cry.
You sit down and Sakura basically just keeps going through her lunch. And she'll eventually just kind of crick her head. So, I saw you guys passed your first event. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was very difficult. If I was being completely honest, I don't think that it would be so bad if I hadn't been picked.
I mean, for the whole competition?
Yeah, I don't feel like I helped out very much.
I mean, I really didn't help my team either, but we made it.
Right. Your team. Congratulations on making it.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying too much attention to the other teams. You know, kind of tunnel vision, especially there at the very end, with me and Gen sprinting to the finish line.
So, what do you think the next event's gonna be?
Daniel just kind of smirks. Painful. Difficult.
Well, I mean, if history's anything to go off of, normally they go through individual clubs for inspiration for what they do for the next ones, but we'll see.
Well, if the next one is video game related, I feel like we got a pretty good chance with Alexander on the team.
Out of character, Daniel's club is also video gaming, right?
Yes, Daniel is in the video game club, so he's seen Alex there. He's just trying to be humble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're in the video game club too, right?
Yes, but a lot of the video games I like are ones that I don't think would necessarily come up for a traditional gamer challenge. I like the educational type of games. I like to gain more skills while I play. You know? What is your favorite game, Sakura? Do you play any?
Not really my cup of tea. The other girl on our team, she's really into games. Daniel, you can roll me a history roll on that one.
All right, history roll. What's the skill for that? Because I don't have that skill.
I believe history.
Or what's the stat for that?
Right.
All right, so
Yeah, it's
that's
just
going to be
intelligence.
intelligence.
Yep.
Too bad we're not in a library. Then I'd be set. These 16s.
All right. With that 16, you think Anna. Then you remember that Anna's another girl that you've seen around school quite a bit. You've seen her at video game club, but you remember that you met her once before at basically like a computer camp that you did over the summer one year. And you remember her as being fiercely competitive when it came to anything gaming or like electronics and stuff like that. And it wasn't all that pleasant of a time.
Ah.
And she's also very Russian.
Well, the statement stands. Good luck, though. If memory serves, I don't think that you're going to need it. If the next challenge is video game related.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right, and Daniel's gonna go on ahead and break off the conversation. He's gonna finish finish eating his sad man's salad, and then maybe get a little bit of coursework in before going to the next class.
Before you leave, Sakura will go, hey, Daniel, can you wait up a sec?
Oh yes, of course. What? Was there a problem?
I wanted to say I'm sorry.
You wanted to say you're sorry?
I said a thing to Ray that I feel really bad about.
Well, I feel like the shoe was on the other foot not too long ago where I said something about Alexander and I felt bad. But it is okay. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not that bad.
Here's the thing, Daniel.
Mhm.
You're a nice guy, and I've really enjoyed becoming your friend over the first few weeks of school. It's just when I first met you and you started talking to me every day, I made some assumptions and told Ray that I think you might just have a couple issues or you don't know how to talk to girls. But now that I've gotten to know you a little bit better, that wasn't right of me to say, and I'm sorry.
We all make mistakes. And if you are saying that is a mistake, then I must be better at talking to girls than I thought.
When you do the little smirk, she kind of turns her head a little bit. Please don't do that.
Oh. Sorry.
But alright, hopefully I get to hang out with you guys sooner rather than later, even if we aren't on the same team.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about the competition getting to mine head. Gen? I might worry about Gen. He seems competitive. But then, I don't really know.
And we'll close that scene there, because she's still a party member for other things outside of the competition. Hint, hint.
Yes. Hence why Daniel wanted to go and speak with her. Well, hence why I wanted Daniel to go and speak with her. Daniel partly felt bad for not picking her for the team.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Are we gonna do Ray's scene or are we gonna do Gen's scene first?
Alright, I can go first then.
Okay, set it up, Gen.
Oh, I thought Ray was going
No,
first.
Ray was gonna go first. I was gonna go first.
Oh. I just heard you say it. Oh, well, I'll go first then, so I just assumed. Guess it cut out.
That's fine.
Alright, Ray, set it up.
Yeah. So after 40 minutes of sort of walking through the wood, sort of walking through the nature park and essentially coming out to the ocean, he sort of packed up a little bit just in case, you know, he gets thirsty or a little bit hungry. And he's sort of gonna look at the Pacific Ocean. And he's just gonna look at the ocean. Yeah. I agree. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say you'd have time to do that during your free period of the day.
Yeah.
You walk about 20 minutes through the trail, and it's essentially like a giant bamboo grove with like different vegetation and wildlife, where there's a few like designated pathways that have some surveillance cameras on it, just out of safety for the children going to the school there.
Yeah.
As you get to the halfway point, you can see that every like so many minutes or whatever, there was a bench set up for resting. You get to about the halfway point, then you kind of just see Alex like passed out on a bench at about the 20-minute mark.
I just walk up to the bench, look at him, and like, actually I'm not even gonna disturb you. I'm gonna let you sleep. I'll let you sleep in peace, boy.
Huh?
Okay, you leave him be.
I'm gonna leave him be
Sad
in peace.
face.
He looks tired. He looks tired as hell. Ray doesn't like, you know, control the people to sleep.
You eventually just get to a small clearing that's got a bit of a bench with some guard railing where you can see the ocean like way further out, but you have like a clear view from there.
He's gonna sit on the bench, sort of looking at the ocean. And at this point, sort of, Ray still has fears of the ocean. Though as the subsidy still sort of has his fears. And then he's gonna pull out from his wallet and he's gonna pull out the picture. Hey Julie. I hope everything's okay wherever you are now. Whatever good place you are now, I guess. Where were you? Has been fine actually. Very nice, I have to say. 3 years, trying to meet some new people. And a team most of the competition. Hell, managed to make it in. Last time didn't even make it in. Wasn't even picked. But I have a good feeling about the people I'm with. A bunch of good people. I made some wrong assumptions here and there, but I hope I get to know them better, you know. I just hope that I can continue doing what I've done in the past. watching over them, making sure they're safe, so nothing bad happens again. Oh, look at me, talking to myself.
Ray,
Yeah.
roll me a 1d10.
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
As you're sitting there and you're saying this, and you kind of just see the water coasting back in and off the beach.
Yeah.
You kind of see the water go up a little bit higher than it did before.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the water goes back down, you can kind of see almost like a bit of a rock formation, almost in like a heart.
Aww.
He sort of smiles at that. Thanks for listening. He looks at the picture again, and he'll say, one day I'll be able to swim back. Close the picture. Takes a deep breath of the ocean sea. And he's gonna trek his way back. And on his way back, he's gonna go up to Alex and just look over at him. Hey, Alex. Alex,
What?
are you sure you want to sleep out here in nature? I mean, it's a nice place, don't get me wrong, but still, a bed is better. Trust me.
Damn it, I fell asleep, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
What time is it?
Is it in the afternoon? No, somewhere in the afternoon. Close to getting to late evening, early evening.
How great would it be if the answer to that question was a month? What time is it?
It's been 6
November.
months. It's been 6 months.
I've been sitting on this bench for 5 years. What do you mean it's 2015? No.
School is on.
Well, the school kind of got murdered. Gen and a couple of other people are still fighting the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, just kind of lost it one day and went like postal in the school. No one knows why.
No one knows why. I heard it because of his Aikido suit. I heard, but that's a a rumor.
Alright. So, pretty much, to answer your question, Ray, it's about, like, late afternoon. Like, you have about, like, 1 to 2 more periods left in the day. This was during your free period.
Gotcha, yeah.
So you've got 1 more class you gotta get to.
It's late afternoon, man. We have about either 1 or 2 classes, if I'm correct. So you better get up. We don't want you to just, sleep off in the middle of the wilderness. Well, we have if a bear comes out of nowhere. I mean, I know there's no bears in Japan, maybe, but still, you never know.
I doubt a bear would appear in school, especially.
No.
Panda bear.
Yeah, I was about ready to be like fucking pandas are native to Japan.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
And you're in a bamboo forest.
True. We'll get this.
What's the food group of the panda bear?
I mean,
Why am
hey,
I suddenly getting Monokuma flashes?
I was actually going to make a joke here. I mean, here, are you just trying to see if
A
there's
body has been
Hold up.
discovered.
Are you trying to see if there's panda look like people? Like, what is it? That one game that you know what? Nothing. Come on. Come on. Get up.
Fine.
Okay. And we'll close that scene there.
Yay, I get to say something at least.
I wanted to make a reference to World of Warcraft, but I was like, nah, I don't want to get that on.
Alright, set up again.
Dan is probably setting up. 'Cause I imagine the library probably has like a room where you can use like where you could probably have a VHS player set up. Because I imagine
You
he
could
doesn't
assume
have a
so.
VHS, so he probably went there a little early to just set up and found his sister. I don't know, reading a book on whatever it is she's currently interested in.
Okay. We'll say that your sister's reading a book on like well, heck, we'll be even more blunt. She's like reading a couple newspapers for her sociology class.
Again, I'll do that brother thing of just like walking up behind him. So what you working on?
Oh, nothing too interesting. It might confuse you though because it's very wordy, and I know that's not your thing.
Yeah. No, I was always more of, mixing the chemistry sets and figuring out the codes of DNAs. The things that you were never too great at. No, seriously, what you're working on?
You can't even commit to the burn. I'm a little disappointed, brother. But anyway, I'm working on sociology homework.
It's again kind of like read some of the headlines of the newspapers to see if you can find a connection between them. See if you can figure out what she's writing it on.
You can see that your sister's mostly writing stuff about like current politics in Japan and stuff like that. Essentially, is like what most of the articles are on. As you keep browsing, you do eventually see the international section, where it's like breaking news: gas station robbed by 5 Maltese pirates. Apprehenders have been arrested and are facing questioning now. Maybe it's part of a larger organization. Are they operating in Japan? Who knows?
Stopped by five underage young men.
It doesn't go into super detail, but
Shows pictures of 5 people.
Again, just like excited. Ugh, politics. It's Maltese pirates. That's interesting.
yeah, I don't know. I guess they're calling them pirates for more of like the risque angle in the journal, but they seem more like thugs on how they're described.
Eh.
As to how they got to California, I have no idea, but
Again, just smirks. I don't know. Maybe they're just finally going for that land grab they've always hoped for.
Skulls over, you're just dying. Like, why? Why you do this to me?
Why must you ruin my country, guys? Why? Why?
I'd like to
evil.
point out you opened yourself up to it.
Yes, you did.
Did I? Oh, whatever.
That's all. Thank you.
All right.
Anyway, you heard from Grandpa recently?
Oh, yeah, he's been commissioning a new gravestone for Dad.
This would be the 13th? No.
It happened
12.
in 2003, so
Oh, then
9.
9. It'll be like 9-10 years.
9. Yeah, the 9th anniversary. Man, I was way over. I still think about that night.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good thing Miki was with Mom.
Explaining to him was, well, I guess it was better than him seeing, but
I mean, at least we had a decent chunk of time with Dad. He was only 4.
reminds me. Again, I'll pull out a little baggie with his vitamins in it and pop it. You still, honestly, I only really even eat these things anymore because, Dad made us, and then he'll like pop the vitamin.
Yeah, I mean, it still kept showing up. It was a prescription that we had. It's just, it'd be nice to get a little bit more explanation on why we take them.
Yeah. You know, Dad, though, never did like to share. The most I got out of him when I asked was, to help you grow big and strong. But, I mean, I guess, I grew big.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
But to answer your other question, Mom and Grandpa were thinking about showing up here during the break.
Huh. That'll be good to have him by. It's been, jeez, how long has it been since we've seen Ma?
Oh,
I was so busy with her job.
I know, but she kind of has to. It's not like Grandpa makes enough for all of us to get by on.
JoJo's nice, but it's not the.
Not to mention he's already in his early 80s.
Yeah, but we'll be seeing him stop teaching Aikido there when he can't move anymore, and even then, you and I know, he's just gonna have a microphone held up by one of the kids to yell at them for what they're doing wrong and how to fix it.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, Mom's been good to us. We still get to talk to her when she can talk to us. It seems like it's getting to be a month at a time now.
Maybe once we're out of school and able to provide ourselves a little, maybe we can surprise her with something. Big vacation one of these days.
Yeah. Besides, I guess we'll get to see who takes the gold out of all the teams.
Oh, there ain't any question about who's taking home the gold, and he like kind of nudges her. It's a question of who brings home the silver and bronze that we gotta keep our eye on.
All I'm saying is you guys are starting with a penalty. Our team's not.
We gotta give you a handicap somehow, else it wouldn't be a fair fight.
This is sounding like you guys really got through by the skin of your teeth, and you just really want to sound better than what you actually did.
Again, just lightly sticks his tongue out at his sister. I guess we'll see. Anyway, so what was yours?
Oh, ours was up on the roof of the admin building.
I'd go hiking in the forest for like an hour to get to mine.
Yeah, I wonder what our other crest opportunity would have been. We only got to the one, then we decided to get back ASAP once we had our first.
Getting shrugs. I don't know. Some of my team members said there was something about a map, but by that point, I was already a mile into the forest, so I didn't have time to go back.
Yeah. Alright, well, I gotta finish up my paper, but I'll be sure to stop by your dorm after class today.
Dean kind of like cocks his head as to why, but shrugs. All right, I'll see you then. And now that I guess they can end the conversation there.
Yeah. And out of character, it's just I figure like both you and your sister will have like social time where you go to each other's dorms.
Hmm. Yeah, probably. Not close.
Which, I mean, that's allowed so long as no one's staying overnight in the other wing.
Right. In that case, unless somebody has a different scene, time to see what's on the VHS.
So, question: Are you gathering everyone to the library to watch the VHS, or are you trying to like get out of there with the VHS player?
If it's like a enclosed room, which honestly would probably have to be, otherwise it would disrupt everyone else. He'll watch it there and just like make sure the TV is facing away from any windows, kind of thing.
Oh, so you're gonna watch it without the rest of the team present, is what you're saying?
No. We lost Kevin.
Kevin!
No.
Kevin.
Our techie.
Kevin, come back!
Did he sleep? Did he hit the bed?
Kevin?
Alright, let's go get Kevin, guys.
Guns up.
Nice.
Oh my lord.
So, one night this week, Ray gets back to the shared dorm with him and Daniel, and you open the door to a somewhat unexpected sight. Daniel isn't doing homework. He has a laptop open, and it's playing whatever this world's equivalent is of a YouTube video is. And he's moving around kind of awkwardly, bumping into stuff.
So he's got a handball in his mouth, pretty much. We just takes it out. Hey Daniel. He looks at the laptop. Oh.
Shuts the laptop.
What are you watching?
How do you dance?
Sorry, he broke up a bit. Sorry. He laughed.
And scene. That's all I wanted.
He just laughs.
Beautiful. Oh boy, really do be going for that VV heart.
Danny A.
Oh god! Oh, you guys have the worst ship named Diva.
Why Diva?
It could be I don't know, Deva.
Yeah, it's either Diva or Deva.
It could be Van Yell.
It's Ray. Rainiel. Oh god damn it.
wait, what?
I prefer Diva, to be honest. But it could be Van Yell.
How's that max with our names? It's like Ray and Daniel. Oh, Diva. I don't know.
I hate to be that guy, Ray, but Alex has a way better chance at Daniel than you at this point.
I don't know. He's asked. Who'd he ask to teach him to dance?
Ray.
Ray. I mean.
So who's his dancing partner currently?
Ray, who said the last.
who you have
Ray,
to be
who
very
said the
close
last Ray,
Why?
who every day of the last week has been like, capoeira is like dancing.
Yeah.
Might be that way. I'll take
capoeira like
dance to
dancing.
dance then.
So it's like now I have to offer him, now I have to give him dancing. I do have a dance skill of 2, so
Everyone here is just fighting over that sweet Daniel booty.
I'm not even fighting for
Oh,
it.
no.
He just wants it. Sorry, man. What's the truth? From play. Anyway.
Alright.
Good one.
Alright.
That's
Good
legit all I wanted.
Good one.
Chris, please set up this VHS scene.
Yay!
So in the back room, once everybody starts filtering in, they'll see, again, has set up some chairs and is flipping through his notebook and jotting things down. He's probably doing some of his chem homework, or, maybe some bio. Maybe a bit of both, even. But the TV has been turned specifically to where that it is facing no reflective surfaces and no windows. Then he'll look up as usual. Good. You're all here. And he flips close the notebook. I've set everything up. All we gotta do is turn it on and hit play.
How the hell did you get this set up? I'm just curious.
Oh, it was over there. Like,
Oh,
again, just
okay.
points to an empty point of the room where it's
Oh,
just
okay.
there was obviously a TV,
TV.
and some equipment that was moved.
Okay, well.
Did we bring Aaron and Vivian here?
Yeah, we call all of them.
Viv, Aaron specifically said that. Well, you guys have everyone except Aaron. He specifically said he was gonna be busy.
Okay. Did we call in the other two?
Yeah.
Ivo and Martin?
Viv, and I'm forgetting Ivo were all told. Whether they show up or not,
Up to them.
up to them.
I'll say everyone except for Aaron was able to make
Gotcha.
it.
Everyone except for Aaron and Daniel's dignity.
We got seats here to sit?
Yeah, again, probably. He knew Aaron wouldn't be there, so there's probably only 7 seats. And, maybe one over in the corner, just in case.
Alright, well. Let's get this baby up then.
Need.
Let's close the door.
Somebody better with technology wanna make sure everything's good.
I'll check.
Everyone's heads just turned towards Alexander.
I close the door.
Fine, I'll do it. Let me see. Basic tech, right?
Yep.
Imagine it's not a super hard check, just...
A 19.
19. Yeah,
Daniel.
everything looks hooked up. Un momento, I gotta roll 1 GM roll. There we go.
Alright, really quick before we watch this thing, can I just have Daniel record it with his phone as it plays, just in case the VCR eats the VHS?
Thinking.
I would say roll me endurance, just to have your ability to be able to hold the phone up on that screen.
How about you
All
hand
right,
that
endurance.
how about you hand it to Gen?
Yeah, Daniel's gonna hand the phone to Gen and say, can you hold this up and record the screen? I mean, Alexander normally does this kind of thing, but he's
I'm
busy
gonna
setting it up.
I'm gonna move.
Sure. Again, says not quite getting why immediately, but is sure that you have a reason, because he's not tech savvy enough to know that this thing could eat the recording.
Done. Everything is ready.
I'm gonna
So
take
22.
I'm taking a chair and I'm gonna move it near the door I'm gonna sit in that chair. Essentially, I'm going to like look at the TV while also just keeping my eye on the door, just to make sure nothing happens.
And this is when we get the Resident Evil 8 moment, and everything goes pants.
We're completely prepared. Over.
You're exactly wrong. Here's what really happens.
Yay!
So, as you guys play it, the screen's kind of black, and it's got, like, the artifacting that's on, like, every VHS tape in movies for the sake of cinematic appeal. Insert screen overlay here. Whoa, 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 whoa. But anyway, as the screen starts to focus in, you basically see a numeric 8 pop up on the screen in Roman numerals. Then as that fades out, you basically see another crest pop up, and this one's of a gold lion in the center. And you start hearing a whole bunch of indistinguishable noises, and then it starts panning around to like different areas off the nature trail. And then the last one shows the bit of an offset of like a road. And then pretty much it turns to like an overpanning view where you can see like groups of vehicles like moving in a line beside each other, as though it's almost somewhat competitively. And then as it goes to another place, you can pretty much see like a specific like point being highlighted on a map, and then the tape just kind of stops.
Can we get it to go back to that map?
I believe so.
And then you kind of see like a bit of like a diamond area on a map that looks like it's in the middle of where the roadway is.
I was gonna say, can I try and read the map to figure out where in the roadway, kind of like,
Okay,
or just
same.
where in general the map is depicting?
Same.
Yes. Let me look at the skill sheet to see what would be the best for that.
Alright.
I think wilderness survival would be map reading.
I'm trying to see if there's anything better at doing that. So just give me a sec.
Okay, I just send this.
That would be a photo or film roll under tech.
To figure out where a map is?
Because you're getting it off of a very low res VHS still.
Alright, that's gonna be just a straight up tech roll for me then.
Same. I was gonna do the same thing. So
It's not gonna be a great roll. Yeah, 5.
5.
9.
Okay, with your... Did someone else roll?
Kevin
Oh,
rolled a
10.
10.
Okay.
So, Daniel's pretty much just looking straight at Martin. This seems like your area of expertise, Martin.
True.
I mean... Kind of. The map is, but the rest of it's not.
It seems this is a puzzle.
Indeed.
Maybe.
Alright, with the combined tech rolls that we have...
Mm-hmm.
Again, you would know that this isn't the island of Tsushima, but you know that it's one of the neighboring islands. And you can see that the roadway on there is essentially like a 4-band highway that loops around like a certain region of it that's very mountainous in the middle. And that middle mountain is what looks to be what's depicted on the map, and that diamond looks like it's a final location or reward area.
This could be another challenge maybe for us in the future. Yet, those vehicles. Hey, can we get someone? Hey, Alex, Think you can go to the point where we saw the vehicles?
Sure.
It hits forward by mistake, then it goes backwards, and then it rewinds a bit further. And then it just kind of stops. You can see that these are vehicles that look like they're built for moving fast against one another.
Mm-hmm. What kind of vehicles are they?
It's like a whole multitude. A lot of them look more like typical. I want to say typical road faring stuff, not like necessarily off-road vehicles, but like they have a bit more of like the sport look to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How many are there?
You saw 5 vehicles.
How many teams have survived this?
8.
6, I think, right?
There's 8 teams right now.
What?
Yeah, 8 teams. Yeah, because 7 got knocked out out of 15.
No, they're making a left turn. I don't get it.
Oh, NASCAR joke.
They never.
Sporty vehicles, not necessarily for off-road, designed to go fast. The first thing I thought of was NASCAR.
I'm just not a NASCAR person, so I guess I don't understand the
Neither am I, but I live in Kansas, so I know dumb jokes.
Fair.
Who's driving the car? Who's driving the cars?
Too low res to tell.
Is there other information?
Everybody and nobody.
Is there other information we can glean from the video, other than the place and what cars?
Well, in about the 5 minutes I have left of this free hour, I can tell you that we pretty much have... pretty much, you can glean that the vehicles are integral to what's being described here. You can also see that it's not the primary thing, and that this looks like... It looks like it might be taking a hair off of a new... It's taking like a bit of a piece off the last challenge. And then it seems like this is focusing more on the vehicles and the new location, and that there might be a bit of a secondary add-on challenge to it.
I wonder. Have any of you guys ever watched reality TV?
Like those survival competitions?
Not my cup of tea.
Yes.
Gen shakes his
This-
head.
I haven't watched any religiously, but my mother liked a couple of them, so I was exposed. And in the American Survivor show, sometimes, and this has kind of a similar format to that, which is why I'm mentioning it, sometimes they will hide an idol somewhere that if you can recover it, you get like a free pass for if you do bad at a challenge. I wonder if this could be related to an idol.
You mean something like the Golden Tiger that was shown first?
It was a
Yes.
lion.
Lion.
Excuse
I
me.
believe it was a lion.
I'm just taking all the shit. Go on.
No, I know.
I'm gonna pull out my phone. Can I?
Again, looks down at the small man. Lion. The Golden Lion. But we need to we'll need to look into more about this. The moment all we have is that it's on the neighboring island, and we're gonna need someone capable of driving, which if you guys cannot or don't have a license, I am capable of doing so. And we'll need to, depending on how that trail works up the mountain, make a good trek up a mountain.
I feel like this task isn't exactly suited to my skills. Perhaps it would be better if I stayed behind and did as much research as I could. Be the man in the chair, so to speak.
Yeah, and if you need me to, like, search up in the internet, I can do that, because
Actually, come to think of it, even if it's not my area of expertise, climbing a mountain is extremely dangerous. Maybe I should come just in case someone takes an ugly fall.
Again, nods. That would be very prudent. I am confident in my my ability to survive out in the wild, but there's always the chance of an accident.
we should also research if there's any edible plants or plants that can stop bleeding or repel insects, just to be sure.
Daniel's just
Again, nods.
quietly snickering to himself.
That's not particularly my area of expertise. At least, I won't say that I do not know of any plants that are commonly used in wilderness survival for such things, but that is slipping more towards where we would need a dedicated herbologist than just someone like I.
As long as
Well,
I
you
have my
guys-
medical,
Good.
as long as I have my medical kit, herbalism and backwards medicines and pseudosciences should be unnecessary.
You never know when you need to know to tell the difference between a plant that is safe to eat and a plant that you shouldn't touch.
While you guys have been going back and forth, Martin's kind of gotten straight up to the TV, and he's been going back and forth on a lot of it.
There's something you see.
And he starts thinking, and then he's like... Then he hits the eject button on the VHS tape after it rewinds, and then you see him open up the case, and then you can pretty much see him start pulling, like, the film off one of the rolls.
Again, looks over at him. Is there a reason for that?
Daddy's working.
Again, just kind of like raises an eyebrow and looks at the others like, okay.
Oh.
That kind of sounds kinky.
Oh, don't even go that
I ship
direction.
it.
Anyway, he eventually keeps taking the film, and then you can see that he eventually basically pulls it out, and he flips it the other way, then rebinds it back on the tape. So the opposite end is now showing. And then he basically puts the tape back in, and then hits play, and then he goes, plain and simple, it's encrypted tape. They printed it on two sides of the film.
Again,
I
like,
mean-
Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's hit play then.
Very well played.
Wait, how would you even... How?
Look, man,
He
this,
just
this
puts a hand on his shoulder. Sometimes it's best not to ask.
It's what us in the cryptography club do. We come up with these pseudo puzzles all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if the faculty had us make a tape like this. Come to think of it, I think I've seen this one before. That's neither here nor there, though.
Just put it back in.
If you've seen it before, have you seen other tapes that could have been possibly used?
Maybe.
Alright, just put the.
And then he kind of hits play. He hits play on the tape. And this time there's now audio with the music where it basically shows up that gold crest, and then basically you see the Roman numeral 8, then you basically see 2/off on this version of the tape. Then as it keeps playing, it starts playing more preppy, excited music, like very high octane. and it's showing like different angles where it's showing like a bit more of like a competitive race back and forth between them. Then it basically plays up the side, and then it basically shows the mountain end as it goes up. Then you can see a little bit of like a cavern at the top that passes by, where there's a light up there. Then it goes back down to another angle showing the race, and then the tape just kind of stops playing. And he goes, it's dual event.
A dual event?
Think about what we saw this time that we didn't, Ray. We saw the same Roman
We saw
numeral.
a cabin.
Second
Yes.
part.
But when we saw the Roman numerals, 2 got slashed off the 8.
Making it
Which is
6.
6.
6.
So I believe it could also mean that from 8 teams, it'll become 6 teams.
We'd need to split the group again. I know I can handle myself on a mountain climb, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, of course.
I can
But-
help if something goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
That's good. But if I am handling the mountain hike, that would make it quite hard for me to drive the car.
The moment that Gen says that, the door kind of opens, then Aaron leans in. So what a miss.
I think we have our
That's
our
the man I
driver.
was thinking of.
I thought you guys put the chair on the door.
Yeah, I went through the window. You guys left that open.
Oh yeah, right.
The window opens?
No, it's literally like the side window to the door just like opened up from the other side, and Aaron's leaned in.
Well, quickly, close that and come in here.
You kind of have to move the chair.
I'll move the chair away. Like, all right, come in.
Can't you just get in through the window?
Why the fuck would I do that when there's a door?
I open the door for him.
It's badass.
Lock the
You
window
enjoy
this time
out
so nobody
suffering and
else.
struggle, don't you?
I'm just gonna ignore that.
Well, besides whatever this conversation has devolved into, we might have an idea on what happens next. And for that, we're going
Word.
to need 2 people. Well, 2 parties. And we're going to need you to quite possibly be the leader of one.
Party of drivers and party of climbers, correct?
Yes.
Huh. What you mean, Willis?
We're racing.
Why don't you come over here and and you can watch the video.
Daniel, you recorded the
Play the
first
video
part of
for
the
him.
video, right?
Yes.
Can we should show him that video first before we show this one.
Alright, we can show him the first one first and then the
Oh,
other
First one's
one.
on the phone.
I'll have you guys know to watch either video. Martin has to like undo the whole VHS tape and swap the angle of the film.
Wait,
We
recorded the
recorded
Wait.
the first version.
first-
That's fair. That's fair.
glad I
Ray,
thought
what's-
of that. Glad I thought of that. Glad I thought of that.
Ray, what's
Yeah,
your
that was a smart idea.
So I take it you guys just show Aaron both the tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The first one on the.
So after Aaron sees it, he kind of looks at it and goes, "So you want me to do what?"
Drive.
Yes. I am a capable enough driver, but I'm also by far the better climber of the group, at least, or wilderness explorer of the group from what I've seen. I know you are capable of driving, with
Just
some
because
proficiency
I'm
at least.
working at my grandpa's pickup in the shop.
Yes. I assume you know how to use the thing you can fix.
I mean, duh. Does anyone else here know how to drive a 4-speed?
No.
No.
What is a
Unless you count
4-speed?
games, but no.
I mean, out of character, I don't know. But Gen has 5 points in drive.
So, like, Gen could operate an automatic vehicle, but he would kind of be up shit creek on manual because it's a more complex way of driving.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have 5 points in the skill drive. My modifier would be a 13, I think.
Yeah.
Daniel is too young to have a driver's license. At least I think.
I hate to raid on your guys' parade, but I've got a pickup truck, not a sports car.
This is true.
Do you think you can still drive a sports car? Do you think? Or is it more
I
hard?
mean,
If we had the chance, I don't know. I don't know what's it's gonna be.
I mean, we could always check the junkyard for parts to make it into a 5-speed instead of a 4. I mean, you just swap the trannies, about a day's worth of work.
Would it help you?
I mean, if you only want speed, I suppose.
We'd rather you not flip and
Crash
do
and
a
burn.
barrel roll in your car.
Yeah.
And die, possibly.
Okay, so, like, let me get this straight. You guys want me to finish fixing up the truck and use it for this challenge while you guys go on your nature wonderland walk down the cavern of madness?
We won't be.
We don't know which part is the 100% necessary one, so we need to put as much effort as we can into both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show of hands, can anybody else here drive?
Ken raises his hand.
Sorry, I don't go out too much.
Daniel specifically looking towards the NPCs.
Neither Viv nor Martin really raised their hands.
Or Ivo. Yeah.
What about I?
What about Ivo?
Whatever.
Ivo, he's Brazilian, so like
Driving is like,
driving is still a thing, but it's not as common as it would be for someone like Gen or Aaron. So like he'd know like the bare minimum basics.
I haven't learned like.
Bare minimum basics is more than we might be able to. Is more than we might need that.
Here's the thing.
That might be more than we.
So.
I mean, it's more than I have.
Here's the thing. Either one of you will be able to make the drive. At mountain climbing, I can do it myself. I've done some back in Hawaii. Really mountain climb, but still, I packed up there.
I'm not good at climbing, but I should be close. I should probably go with the climbers in case someone takes a fall.
I mean, I don't want to ruin what we're doing right now, but we also have to think, what's our penalty going to be, and
True.
how many people are going to be able to participate in this event?
Aaron's kind of just gone silent at this point, where it feels he's giving signs of like he's almost been backed into a corner with this conversation. Not necessarily from what anyone else has said. Then he kind of looks in the room and he's like, I gotta go. Yeah. And then he just kind of storms out.
Darren?
I'll go see what's wrong. And Gent stands up and we'll go after him.
Ray's gonna see this happen, he's gonna think for a bit, and he'll follow.
You guys eventually follow Aaron out to like one of the common areas where he eventually just gets to a little bit of a clearing, and you see a bench, and then he kind of just punches the bench, and it's not like bolted to the ground, and it just kind of flips over, and then almost at the top of his lungs, he just screams, "God fucking damn it!"
Yen's gonna reach down and pick the bench up and pat it. Alright, how about we have a seat and see, and you can tell us what the problem is.
I don't need to tell you shit.
Well, storming out of the room and punching a bench, it's definitely some shit.
Fine. And then Aaron turns around, and again, you see in Aaron's eyes a fire you have never seen before.
Alright, Gen takes the seat. He doesn't make any more gestures for Aaron to sit, but he sits and does the "I'm waiting to listen to you."
I'm just gonna sort of stand there, but is there a place where I can like rest my back on, like on a wall or like a tree? That's what
There
I'll
could
do.
be a couple light poles on the
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
walkways.
just rest my back on the light pole.
Aaron kind of starts feeling on his hands where the wraps are. I'm the youngest of three in my family, Gen.
Gen nods.
My pa kind of drilled into his head what he wanted the three of us to be like. And for Piers, that worked. My family's enlisted since before World War I. It's what us Nivens do. But I never really cared for it. I mean, I'm just a fucked up boy from Roanoke, Virginia that likes working on shit. But after Beers left, some things changed. He went to the army, fucking killed it, and it's just me and Brian.
Alright.
Come on.
And Brian taught me what I knew. And you can see that Aaron's kind of struggling to keep himself straight. We always had affinity for cars, machines, everything else. And one day when Pierce came home on leave, we talked him into going to the mountain race with us. I was too young to really be in the truck. I was too young to do it, but I was there for Brian. And while I was watching on the sidelines, I saw Brian flip off the side of the mountain. I still see the blood pouring out of his goddamn truck.
Gen will stand up and hug his friend. Aaron.
Aaron kind of almost holds you back, like he doesn't really want that.
Gen accepts that, and then just pats him on the shoulder. I'm sorry that happened to your brother. If you don't want to participate in the race,
You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
It's my fault. I was the one that egged him on to do it. And Piers blamed me for it.
It's not your fault, you know. It's no one's fault when something bad happens. You never know what's gonna happen.
I know had I not made him, had I not talked him into going to that race, he'd still be here.
maybe.
If I didn't go,
Maybe he would have gone anyway.
he would have gone. Hell, some of the things we do, we don't know what will happen. Can't really wallow on the future. All we can do is remember them. It's up to you what you do, man, and I'm sorry for the loss of your brother. Really am. I know what happens when you lose. When
Don't
you lose someone
fucking
close.
act like you know me.
But I know the pain you're going through because I've felt the same way. I may not have lost a brother, but I lost a close friend once. And I blame myself for it. And there's no way I will bring her back. No. And there could have been a million things I could have done instead. But if we continue wallowing in what we could have done, the ifs and the whatnots,
Hey,
we've broken down.
I'm not wallowing. I just don't run from what it was. Since that, about 2 years ago, I really ain't felt like
Driving.
yeah.
It's up to you what you want to do, man. All I can say is if you continue putting that barricade up, then you'll never drive.
Aaron just kind of looks up and then sighs. I'll fucking do it. But you guys better win that other end.
We will.
Yeah.
And it ain't for no one else but Brian.